Oh my gosh, it's the first day of Fortnite Frights. I'm so unprepared. Physically, mentally, spiritually. Let me see if I can get this together and we'll talk. Watch my intro. I'll be right back. Okay, this is what we do when we feel like shit. Just put yourself together and maybe it'll make you feel better when you look better. I have a lot of shit to do today and I can't just lie around and wallow like I did yesterday. So today I have to film a couple clips for a couple of videos. I had to take pictures of bookmarks. That's all boring. Let's not start the vlog out with a list of tasks. Let's get into books. I have a package from Indigo that I'm very excited about and may influence what I decide to read. Okay, we've got, oh my god. Okay, we've got 3 books in here. These are both smaller than I anticipated. Don't Look for Me by Wendy Walker. Stunning. It was on sale, so I just grabbed it. In addition to these 2 books, Watch Over Me I got as an e-arc and didn't end up getting around to before its publication date, which I still feel really bad about. And it's smaller than I thought it would be. And this is like a kind of ghost story, 260 pages. Maybe we'll just like start off today with this. I don't know why I posed with it. I thought it kind of matched my... Anyway, this is by Nina LaCour. She has another book that came out a couple years ago that I think is probably this exact same size, which will be cute for an Instagram picture. And then this is The Murders of Molly Southbourne by Tade Thompson. I actually didn't know this was a novella at all, so this is super cool. I found this on, it's 116 pages, on Seiji. Okay, let me introduce, this is the Fortnite Frights Readathon. I'm sick. This isn't going to be very organized because my brain hurts, my throat hurts, my nose hurts, and I'm on a lot of Dayquil. But this is a 2-week-long readathon by Seiji, and she put together this compendium, which is a word previously not in my vocabulary. I might not even be saying that right. Where there was a whole bunch of books recommended and a lot of diverse picks, and it's a very like intentionally thoughtful list, and I found this one on there and I just grabbed it without knowing much about it. Yeah, I read the first line of this. Molly Southbourne, she's been watching herself die. Whenever she bleeds, another Molly is born identical to her in every way and intent on her destruction. Like, what? That sounds great. So that's what I got in my package. And then the other things that I want to read, this is over these 2 weeks in general, but I'm gonna split this up into 2 vlogs. You already know that by the time you're watching this. But some other things that I'll be reading during the 2 weeks are Mexican Gothic by Sylvia Moreno Garcia, One by One by Ruth Ware, Lakewood by Megan Giddings, and then I don't know where my graphic novel is for Frankenstein, but that's what you guys voted for. I had Dracula and Frankenstein. Most of you said Frankenstein. And then I also have a really beautiful copy of Rebecca coming in from my local independent bookstore. I don't know when it'll be here. I'm kind of just hoping it'll be here within these 2 weeks. The next vlog will begin with a movie night watching Rebecca. It's like, oh my gosh, the Fortnite Frights Readathon is just so cool. There's so much involved. Twitter movie nights, author interviews, book buddy reads. One of those being The Only Good Indians by Stephen Graham Jones, which is my pick for the Literally Dead Book Club in November. I also want to read it for Indigathon in November. So I'll be starting this at the end of this readathon and completing it in November. So that's what I have going on. This is a macabre, horror, spooky, creepy readathon, and I've picked some like thrillers and I've picked some things that might not totally fit the vibe. You can read like dark fantasy, There's a lot of options, but I'm just reading whatever I feel like reading. And I think I'll probably start with some short things this week. Let's commit to these 3 books. I would like to read more like 4, depending on when Rebecca comes in, depending how quickly I get through these. Oh my god. It's the worst coughing fit. But today I have to focus on getting a lot of stuff done for the week, and then I'm not gonna start reading until the evening, but I do think I'm gonna start with this. Okay, time for a health update. I feel terrible. I already took out my contacts, so I can't see you or me. 64 pages. That's where we're at. I don't think I'm gonna go to work tomorrow because I shouldn't infect anybody if I can help it. But there's a lot to do tomorrow for work. But I'll just be doing it from my bed. We're launching new prints, which is exciting. I'll show you my favorites tomorrow. How about that? Oh, the book. Watch Over Me. I don't really know the tone of it yet, so it's interesting. We're following a girl whose name I don't remember. Mila. Oh my god, Mila. Duh. So Mila has gone through some stuff, and then she went into the foster system, and now she got this opportunity to like intern at this farm, and this farm has this couple, and they've adopted like 40 kids, and they all like work on this farm and help out and learn. And now Mila's gonna go live there. She has her own little cabin, and she's gonna teach like she's in charge of like the 6th and 7th graders or something, and she can see ghosts. But I don't know, because I think the only Nina LaCours I've read or the only things she's written have been contemporary. So part of me is like, it's not really a ghost story. Like, it's probably in her head, it's probably some PTSD, or like these are metaphorical ghosts or something. But the bigger part of me wants this to be like truly paranormal. The vibes are interesting, the atmosphere, I'm liking it so far, but it's strange. The setting is cool because they're on this like farmland in the middle of nowhere, but they're right next to the ocean, so it's got like the spooky coastal vibes that I want. And Brody tweeted something a little while ago about wanting a recommendation for a book that was like exactly what I wanted. They described it so perfectly, but now I can't think of exactly how it was worded, but it was like a woman in a warm, wrapped in a warm sweater with a cup of tea, standing by the ocean, the wind in her hair, like that type of spooky book. And that's what I want. Like, that's the exact vibe that I want out of a thriller or a horror. And I did kind of get that from Horrid, which was nice, by Katrina Leno, but I think this might also have those vibes that I'm looking for. I just don't know like the actual tone of it or like where it's going, so I'm very interested and I'm enjoying it, and I just want to read the whole thing right now, but I know I need to rest. Hello, it's Wednesday. I didn't vlog at all yesterday. The day did not go as hoped. It was a really stressful work day. Wait, is it Wednesday? No, it's Tuesday. Oh my god. I didn't have time to read yesterday is the point. I didn't read anything. I didn't read a single page. It's so dark in here today. Like, the house is just gloomy. I'm feeling gloomy. Everyone's homesick. Everyone's been asking about my bookshelves, which is really funny. Kind of freaking out about my bookshelves, which is funny because I've only done like one bookshelf tour in 6 years of being on BookTube. But people want an update on my bookshelf, which is just like, this area is white. The area at the bottom is black. Above me is all the color. Yes, there was a strange moment with my TBR shelf. I had a moment. I admit that was weird. I've put it back to normal now. I've actually reorganized the entire thing because it was just so many books that didn't need to be there. I think I'm gonna do a whole closet clean out, but like on my own, not like in a video. But my bookshelves are also like my backdrop. So what this does for me is it gives me 2 different options for filming. So like, I can film down here, or I can just stand up, and look how immediately more fun it is up here. Oh, and here are the sweet legs I'm wearing today. Woohoo! But they're probably sold out now, so no point in actually promoting them. These are my other favorites. And they're making me aware of how dingy my sheets look. Oh god. Okay, I no longer have a sheet on my bed. And I'm back to reading. Look, the girl on the inside, her eyes are open. Her eyes are closed. Spooky. Where am I? A little over halfway through. And I love it a lot. I really think that this book, the timing is important for like when you're reading it. If you're reading it for like a spooky October Halloween vibe, that's not what it is. But I think like if you know Nina LaCour and you've read her books before, you won't be going into it expecting that anyway. I would say if you're looking for like a YA ghost story and you've heard the ones that I've been talking about this month, I would pick up, look, they both have girls' faces with flowers and they're blonde. I would recommend Horrid by Katrina Leno for more of like an actual spooky kind of ghost story, and Watch Over Me for more of a literary ghost story. The writing is ridiculous so far, like impeccable, beautiful. It just feels so effortless. I don't know how to really explain it, but I'm gonna finish it today because we're on day 3 of a readathon. I shouldn't plan out my TBRs and I shouldn't plan my activities either, because I was like, every day this week for this vlog we're gonna do something Halloween-y. We're gonna do a costume reveal. We're gonna go for a fall walk. We're gonna bake a pumpkin pie. Oh, I was prepared to do the damn thing this week, and that's not the vibe. So once again, another vlog that's probably gonna take place in my room the entire time. I'll see you when I'm done the book. Oh my god, look how weird this is. So she picks up a book from the local store, market or whatever, and she's reading Rebecca. Rebecca! That's the book I'm gonna be reading. This would take far too much organization and planning, but imagine a secret TBR where you read a book and anytime a book is mentioned in that book, that's the next book you read, and then books keep leading to other books. I've actually had this video idea before, but the only books that really get mentioned in books are classics, and the concept stopped sounding fun to me. I love this book so much, but I'm worried. There always has to be a conflict, right? And a chapter ending with "I'd never been so happy" is just not a good sign. Don't mind me just adding this to my Goodreads shelf of books that ruined my life. Oh my god, that was incredible. Okay, I haven't even taken 5 seconds to sort out my own feelings about this, so you know, no coherent review coming, but I need to figure out really quick how to talk about this book, because I want people to go into it with the right expectations. Because like usually when I rate a book 5 stars, it's usually a book that does something big, whether it's like a thriller with a wild plot twist, or a contemporary with like an incredible romance, or like there's something so iconic about it. I haven't rated a book that I would call quiet 5 stars in a long time, but this is just like, oh my god, right up my alley. I literally think this book is perfect. And it's not because it has like a plot twist. I could tell you the entire plot beginning to end and it wouldn't ruin the book. So like that's the expectation I want to put on you, that it's like the storytelling and the journey that we go on with Mila that is why it's so incredible. I'm worried about my TBR for the rest of this week because I just feel a reading slump coming on. Like I don't want to do anything but think about this book for like a week. This also, might as well note, this was not necessarily a good pick for a spooky readathon. I think I realized that earlier on, and I did mention that already. And this is the kind of book that I wrongly feel compelled to say doesn't feel like YA, and that I could see a lot of people saying in videos and reviews that like, this isn't YA, or it's not just for the YA crowd, which is the whole issue, that we often as a community do a disservice to YA and put it in a certain box and don't have the expectations that we can get this type of story out of YA. So it's important that I continue to market this to you as YA. I feel like this is the way that so many people felt about We Are Okay, which I'm gonna grab now because I want to see if they're the same size. Oh my god, they are. Look at them. Such beauty. I didn't adore We Are Okay as much as everybody else, but the writing itself, the like melancholy nature to it, the descriptions of how the main character was feeling, this is very reminiscent of that. So I think if you loved We Are Okay, but you're okay with not a romance being the focus, not that the romance was the focus, but there was definitely like a relationship to follow. This is more just about Mila and her coping. I would weirdly recommend this for people who loved A Monster Calls. That recommendation may make sense to somebody. I just have nothing else to say. I could talk about it for my entire life. Hello, good morning. I'm not in a state to be on camera. This is what I'm gonna read today. I'm gonna push through The Slump, and I'm currently taking a picture of, I'm doing like a bunch of recommendation stacks of books this week, and this is my stack of short story collections that I recommend in the spooky season. Just so you know what I'm up to. I look like trash. Shout out to my camera for focusing on this instead of my ugly ass face. So I haven't started my book yet. It's right here, and I will, but you know, at least I brushed my hair to be on camera so I could show you some packages, because I don't think I was expecting anything. I especially wasn't expecting this. Not that you care. This is the Tinker Crate. I got this box for Liam like every month that we were in like self-isolation, so he had an activity, and then I canceled it, but then this one still came, so I need to look and see if they charged me. Anyway, that's what Liam will be doing today. Color mixing LED crystal. No idea. And then 2 packages. This one's real heavy. Okay, so they sent me 2 books unsolicited, and then they sent me this one, which I talked about in an upcoming reads book that I was excited about. But this one I am very actively interested in, and I think filled out a form where this was on the list of like 30 books or something, and I was like, yes, there's one that I'm interested in. So they sent me The Ravens. It says, these sorority girls are real witches. I'm into witch books, but it depends on how the witchy stuff is done. And this is actually perfect for the Fortnite Frights Readathon. I mean, I probably won't get to it, but I mean, it's an appropriate unboxing to do. At first glance, the sisters of ultra-exclusive Kappa Rho Nu, the Ravens, seem like typical sorority girls, ambitious, beautiful, and smart. They're the most powerful girls on Westerly College's Savannah, Georgia's campus. The Ravens aren't just regular sorority girls, they're witches. Scarlet Winter has always known she's a witch, and she's determined to be the sorority president just like her mother and sister before her. But she has a painful secret. Then another girl has no idea she's a witch, and she's never lived in one place long enough to make a friend. Dark power rises on campus. The girls have to put their rivalry aside. Someone has discovered the Ravens' secret. Cool. So it's a YA dual perspective, I'm assuming, collaborative book. Cass Morgan and Danielle Page. I think I've read from both these authors. Cool. I'm intrigued. This is one that I was definitely into, and this cover is super cool. Now, I'm not going to talk to you again. I'm not going to get distracted until I've read The Murders of Molly Southbourne by Tade Thompson. This reminds me of a couple different like replica books I've read. Literally, the titles were replica of both the books. I think it's gonna be fun. Okay, now I need to point out that in this book, they're talking about Frankenstein, which is what I'm reading this week too. Oh, it's so weird. Can you explain to me what you're building?
I don't know.
Oh, will you show me when you're done?
Can I show you what I'm building?
Oh.
No, you're not building anything.
I'm building a collection of
collection?
Pokemon cards.
How many you got?
Well, this is from the last 4 series, so in this one I have approximately 800.
Jesus.
And then Liam's book has about 4,500.
Mud, you have as many Pokemon cards as I have books.
My goal is to have as many Pokemon cards as you have pages.
Oh,
Oh
my.
God.
So you wired it so when you touch a certain metal to metal, the color glows or something.
Actually, why is that so perfect? Look at that.
I don't know anything. Sweet. Good morning, friends. I'm here. I haven't been outside in a couple days, so I think it might be colder than I'm anticipating, but I think I can get one more day of dress weather in. I saw this thing on TikTok last night, so we all know like the belt trick that you tuck your sweater into your belt, but somebody did one with a bandeau. I want to see if it'll work. So I finished The Murders of Molly Southbourne yesterday, and I took my next like book stack picture of short recommendations because it was 5 stars. And I wonder if my entire Fortnite Frights Readathon is now going to be 5 stars. Okay, I don't know if this works. Well, I mean, the bandeau actually works, but I don't know if the sweater actually works. Too late to change my mind. I'm trying to stop at Starbucks. Oh my god, I was gonna vlog before I went into work, but it's really dark. All I wanted to say is The Murders of Molly Southbourne was incredible. It's like one of my favorite short books ever, so that's exciting. This morning on my way to work, I got my regular chai with a shot of espresso, and then I got cold foam on top. I think the States has like pumpkin cold foam. We have a couple different cold foams. One of them is almond, so I just got an almond cinnamon, and who knows if it'll change my drinking experience, but let's see. I mean, it makes it funner. Wow, great. Okay, I'll see you after work. I don't know if I have my headphones, but I might be able to listen to my next book, which I think is going to be Mexican Gothic. I'll let you know how it goes. Hopefully there'll be some better lighting in 8 hours. Okay, so I started Mexican Gothic today. Or I didn't tell you that much about Molly Southbourne, did I? That one's pretty hard to explain. When a book is so short, it's like, how can you really talk about more than just the synopsis? Basically, the story was like every time Molly bleeds, another Molly appears. And she trains like her entire life learning how to kill the other Mollys. For how short the book is, I think like we got a lot of different settings throughout her life, different experiences with different people. Everything made sense in the end. I mean, made sense, like it's still not real, but it was like well described, well explained. Loved Molly as a character. Her family was fascinating. Little twists along the way. It was just perfect. I love short horror. Now I'm into Mexican Gothic. I think I actually got like 1/3 of the way in via audiobook. So like 100 of the 300 pages. And I just posted on Instagram that I'm reading it. And a lot of comments are coming in wondering how I'm gonna feel about the book. And talking about how like it gets weird. And a couple people said not in a way that I would like, and I don't know what that means. Like, I wonder if you mean specifically something I've actively said that I don't enjoy happens, or you just generally think it's not my brand of weird. Is it going to be one of those crazy twists that makes no sense, or is it going to be a stupid twist like it was all a dream? But I actually don't think I'm going to read anymore today. I'm just not really in the mood. I want to relax. I hurt my back a little bit. I was playing around with Liam and threw my back out just a little bit. So I'm probably gonna take a hot bath and just like watch some YouTube videos, catch up on some booktube. Maybe I'll listen to a little bit more of the audiobook. I don't really know, but I probably won't see you until tomorrow. So to explain quickly the synopsis of Mexican Gothic, we're following a girl named Noemi, and she's headed to Mexico to help her cousin. Her cousin has sent like a letter to her family being like, I'm trapped in this house. My husband is not treating me well, like come help me. So she ends up going there, and she has dreams of vision and blood and doom. So the house is like affecting her mind and maybe her cousin's mind, and it's a very terrifying yet seductive world. So the house is like super run down and creepy and spooky. The vibes are immaculate. Good morning. I'm working from home today, so I won't talk to you until like 2 o'clock. But I have to show you this. It's snowing. I'm sure everyone is completely unprepared for the snow, just like I am. I don't have my snow tires on. I don't have a snow shovel. I don't have snow boots for anybody in the family. So that's fun. But this is the kind of winter I grew up with. There was always snow on Halloween. We haven't had snow on Halloween in like I don't know, since Liam was born at least. I was ready to film some like fall things. We were gonna go for like a fall walk. This vlog was supposed to be a different aesthetic. The rest of my updates for this vlog are gonna be from my bed because I messed up my back and I'm very cold. I'm now at chapter 19 and I think we're at a turning point. I think the live show for this, for the Busy Bee book club, is actually tomorrow, so I'm gonna try my best to finish this today. I'm liking the atmosphere. I think the writing itself is solid. It's pretty like ominous and unsettling. Dreams are mixing with reality and we don't really know what is happening with Noemi and this house, and I feel like I would kind of be cool with whatever direction it goes. If I had to rate it at this point, I think I'd give it like a 3. It's keeping my attention, but it's not particularly interesting to me. The writing is good, but isn't doing anything special. Okay, update from under my blanket. I love the twist, the reveal that I just read. We just got some explanation. I enjoyed it. However, there are still a lot of pages left, so I do wonder where it's going and if I will continue to enjoy where the plot takes us from here. Hi, me, still here. I'm really close to the end of this. I don't want to tell you exactly how many pages, like in case something happens, like at a specific point in the book. I don't want to ruin for you when that happens. I just feel like it's a pretty normal, standard book. Like nothing completely shocking has happened. So the people who are like, ooh, the book takes a turn or like gets weird, I wonder if that thing has already happened and I just didn't find it that like interesting, or if it's real close to the end of the book or like the end of the book. But I keep like wanting to check in and vlog because I feel like there might be a moment where like something happens. I'm still vaguely interested in the book. Today is the last day of this vlog for Fortnite Frights, and then I have a whole nother week and a whole nother week-long vlog, which is exciting. I finished Mexican Gothic last night, and I'm giving it 3 stars. Erin has her Busy Bee book club, and I think she also gave it 3 stars. We were both finishing it up last night. The live show, oh gosh, it starts in 10 minutes, so I definitely want to see everybody's thoughts and discuss it. It's funny because I was just looking through some reviews and a lot of reviews say like this book wasn't at all what I was expecting, or this book went in a direction I wasn't expecting. And it's funny because it's exactly what I was expecting, and maybe that's because of some books that have similar vibes to this that I've read over the last year, but I was anticipating the direction this was going and I was right. I liked where it went. I don't have any issues with the storyline overall. I don't have any issues with like the writing itself. There's nothing overtly like wrong with this for me, but it wasn't like exciting necessarily or particularly interesting. Like Noemi as a character, she was interesting. She has a lot of love for her cousin, and so her going to this house and trying to save her and find out the truth about what's happening to her and if her husband was like abusing her, that was so important to her and important to us as a reader for her to go through this journey. I appreciated a lot that went on in here. It just isn't a very memorable book overall. The atmosphere itself was great. You know, the house was starting to impact her mental state, her ability to discern reality from her dreams, and we didn't really know what was going on. Like, it was gothic. If you picked this up looking for a gothic novel, it was a gothic novel. Like, it had those vibes. I often don't pick up books that you would put in the gothic category anyway, so me looking at this as like a horror or dark fantasy, like it didn't impress me in that way. I don't even know if that makes sense. Today I was going to read Rebecca, but I just realized my copy is not going to come in on time. I was just talking to the bookseller. I could definitely pick up the audiobook, but I don't really want to read it today. After finishing this, I realized the tone might actually be similar to this, and I would like to read something completely different. So I have time. I'm gonna move it to next week, even though the Twitter movie night is tomorrow. I have options. Like, I could move into what my TBR was for next week. I could read One by One by Ruth Ware. I could read Lakewood. I could read the Frankenstein graphic novel. But of course, I'm gonna go completely off my own TBR and read something that might not even really fit the vibe of Fortnite Frights, and I'm also not gonna be able to finish this today, so I'm leaving this vlog in a very unsatisfactory place. But what I know I need to do today is edit this video. I should film, edit, and upload my haul for this week so I don't have to worry about it. And I want to participate in this live show, and then there's another live happening later today. I don't remember what it's for, but there was something I wanted to do later today. So reading for me is going to be on the way back burner, so I don't want to commit to anything like intense. So what I'm actually gonna do is a book that you don't even know that I have or that I'm reading. I am a third of the way into a book. There's a book that I've been reading throughout the month between other TBRs and videos, and it's funny because I have been recommended a book called These Violent Delights, and when I looked it up, it looked like this, and I've seen it all over my feed, like relentlessly, aggressively. Like, people are reading it like crazy, talking about it like crazy. It's everywhere, and every time I see it, I'm like, oh, that's that book, skip past it, skip past it. But then I keep getting tweets and messages and YouTube comments saying like, you need to read These Violent Delights, you'll love it. And I'm so confused because it doesn't seem like something I normally would read. And then that's when I realized earlier, who was reading this? Lexi, I think, was reading this in a vlog, and she goes, I'm reading These Violent Delights. And I was like, you're reading what? What is that? Apparently it's dark academia. Apparently this is what you've been recommending me for months. And it's big, and I'm slowly making my way through it and enjoying it. It's about two college students and their growing obsession with each other, which is exactly up my alley, and I now appreciate you so much for recommending this to me. How did two books come out in 2020 with the same title? It's not that wild of an idea, but I am so sad I didn't pick this up earlier. And it doesn't really fit with this readathon theme, but like, have any of the books this week really? This is like a 500-page book, so I'm not gonna finish it with you or be able to tell you probably much more about it, but I think this will help not like pressure me to read anything, complete anything today, like for the sake of the vlog. And perfect timing. They're there!
Over here, looking at it, and then in April.
Okay, I'm going to stop the vlog for the day. I don't know how much more I'm gonna get read, but I will catch up with you in the next vlog. I'll update you. I remembered the other live that I wanted to tune into, and that's Noria, discussing what's happening, what happened, what's going on in Nigeria. If you've seen, you know, like a lot of people I feel like have been seeing the End SARS hashtag and just kind of passing by it on Twitter and Instagram and stuff this week. If you could just take the time to stop and look into everything and read up on the Lekki massacre, and I will even link the live show that Noria and Oshale are doing right now, so you can hear Noria is like reliving a lot of trauma for us, to educate, to spread the word, because Nigeria is, you know, not going to publicly allow the news to really discuss what's going on. So you have to go to sources, watch videos, read articles, read tweets, see what you can do, see where you can donate, and just, you know, educate yourself. If not just like what's going on in the world, what's like directly affecting people in our community. It's not enough to just be like, pray for Nigeria. Nigeria doesn't need your prayers. Nigeria needs support. I don't know how much we can offer from outside, but just educating yourself, I think, is the most important thing you can do anytime anything is going down in the world. So I will leave it at that, and I will see you in next week's vlog. Bye.